What's up, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. Like always, like and subscribe, leave a comment down below, and hit that notification bell. Today, yes, change of scenery real quick. I'll probably do more of my book reviews in the car while we're getting more in the process of moving. I'll probably do some in the house depending on what time of day it is. But if I finish a book on the weekend and it's daytime, I'm probably gonna shoot it in the car. Silence, solitude. I think I'm gonna do a lot more outside reading. That's something I want to do. Moving into summer, I like the fire heat in Texas. I'm a fan of 120 degrees, so I wouldn't mind reading outside in the shade. You know what I mean? So today, quick video. R.L. Stine, The Betrayal, Fear Street Saga. This is book one. I'm pretty sure there's a few more after this because it leaves off with a continuation. But this book was, in the beginning, was kind of up. It was a little bit messed up. Like, man, I know there's divided opinions on the history of, back in the, whatever you want to call it, the Puritan times or whatever, when they were burning women, accusing women of being witches and burning them. And let's get that glare off of there. And so there's a lot of that happening in this book. And I'm just like, dude, it was just messed up. Because it's not super detailed, the burning and the death and all that. It's not it's not crazy or nothing, but it's still, semi brutal. It's messed up. It's not it makes you mad, you know what I mean? And it's I don't know. I don't want to get like preachy or anything like that because I'm having a lot of conflicting feelings with that stuff, but the book itself was really good. I gave it an 8 out of 10, only because it's short, lacks sustenance. This could have easily been a 400, 500 page book. But, I don't understand how these were made for kids because it was messed up in the beginning. It threw me for a loop. I was like, dude, that's crazy. But, yeah, the book was good. So basically in the beginning, you start off with a house fire in 1900. It burns down. The people inside suffered. And there was a girl who was in love with one of the people in the house. She runs in, and then she just kind of, she blacks out or whatever. She sees something, blacks out. So you don't know if she's burned alive or what's going on with that. It switches. You're in like 1692, I believe. And now you're following a young girl, just doing her day-to-day thing back then. Life was tough. Life was hard. And the problem with being outside is I like to look around. So that's going to be an issue if I try to do these more often. But I'm having a good time. If you haven't noticed, this book was a good time. I read it this morning on April 3rd of 2026. It was a good hour read. I thoroughly enjoyed it, and I will be reading more. I have a small collection of Fear Street, and I'm looking for more on eBay right now. But I'm going to hit up the bookstore in town and look for him. But this book was an enjoyable time. It didn't feel nostalgic to me just because of the setting it was in, and it wasn't one of the ones I read when I was younger. But oh man, so you're following Susanna Good or whatever her name is, and doing all this stuff. Well, she falls in love with one of the boys. His last name is Fears, if you know what that means. Spelled differently back then. So she falls in love with him, and they want to get married, but the boy Edward Fears, his father, is totally against it. He already has an arranged marriage with somebody that has with a wealthy family, and the one also I will note, shooting videos outside on the property. Someone might try to come and talk to me, which would be unfortunate. But anyways, and it's dark. It's pretty dark in here, but it looks decent. So she falls in love with Edward. They want to get married. Edward's father's totally against it, so he has a plan, and his plan is basically to accuse Susanna and her mother that they're witches. They end up getting burned at the stake. Edward's father is totally distraught. He still has his son, of course, but right at the ending sequence, before you shift like 10 years or something into the, you go forward 10 years, you find out that Edward's uncle has a pendant that has something that Susanna's father recognizes, and then it ends with Susanna's father basically, he's a warlock or something like that, you know what I mean? There's not too much detail into that part. He has evil tendencies. So his wife and daughter weren't witches, but he was something. So, but he was totally messed up by, you know, them being burned at the stake. So you fast forward, and you have now you're following Edward and his family. You know, their family's bigger. They left from the village they were in, and things were going good for them for quite some time. It might have been 20 years. I think it fast forwards 20 years. Things were going good for them for quite some time, but Edward's father, Benjamin, he believes there's a curse. He says they're cursed, all this stuff, and some of that light in. So he's super, messed up. And then the beginning chapter where it starts in that part, there is Susanna's father standing in the woods. He finally found them. He's ready to continue his curse. So that's as far as I'll go with like spoiling the book. You'd have to read it, and it's a good 161 pages. And I don't know, I'm interested to read the rest, but I'm really interested in some of the nostalgic ones, like the cheerleader evil ones, or whatever they're called, and some of the my favorite one from when I was growing up, called The Knife. I know I have it somewhere, so I want to dig it up and check it out. But I could definitely litter several of these in a month, and I think I will. And either like 2 to 5. We'll read like 2 to 5 depending on where we're at. So next up, and go to the poll after I'm finished with this one. The poll's going to close. So right now, Star Wars X-Wing Wraith Squadron and the Robert McCammon book Stinger are tied. So go vote. This video probably, I don't even know why I recommended for you to go vote, because by the time this video drops, I would be done with this book and the poll's going to be closed. So just ignore all that. But I am super excited about this one. Only Clive Barker book I ever read, but I never finished, and I didn't even get far, was Cold Heart Canyon. So I'm super excited to get into Clive Barker and check this book out. And, it's good. Yeah, it'll be a good time. So that's the video today, guys. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Later.